Hey friends, welcome back. This is Ashley with Uncommon Roots Homestead, and today we're gonna spend our first night on the land. I'm excited to bring you with us. Let's see. So as you know, we have owned this property for since like February, and we've been doing some fixing it up. We've built some garden beds. There they are, garden beds. Kevin's been refinishing the garage. It's not quite done, but close. And we're in the process of starting to build, which is really exciting. But we never stayed here. We don't know what it's like at night. We know this area pretty well, but not perfectly. And we love to camp. We love to kind of camp out and things like that. And so we figured, why not come and send the kids over to Grandma and Grandpa's and spend a night here. So we're super excited. I'm excited to bring you guys with us. We're hoping that there's nothing crazy that we have to add to this video. But you never know. So yeah, I guess I'll let you guys see how we're setting up camp, and we'll let you know how our first night goes. So first recommendation, make sure you have a first aid kit because tents are dangerous. Let me see. There you go. Oh. All right, we'll keep going. So we got a fire started. It took us, I'd say an embarrassingly long time. What would you say?
It took long enough.
But it's going now. Good morning, friends. No. It's the next day, and as you might have just heard from Kevin, we did not stay here last night. So we were gonna, that was our plan, but it dropped down to like 35 last night. And when we were on our way home from dinner, so Kevin had made us reservations and we ate dinner, and it was like 9 and we were headed back here, and it was like 40 something degrees, and it seemed really cold. And we don't have our kids, and we were like, you know what? It seems like maybe we should go home and sleep in a warm bed and be able to sleep in and not wake up with a 2-year-old climbing in at 5 a.m. Yeah, so we did that, and then we decided just to come back this morning, and we're gonna have our coffee and our breakfast here. And actually, we opened up the garage, and it stayed pretty warm in there. It's not too chilly. The tent seems like it would have been pretty warm. We do want to stay here. Everything is still true that I said. We just didn't make it this time, but we're excited to have some breakfast and spend the morning here. So we had breakfast. The kids are back. We are packing up all of our camp things and realized that, you know, when I started making this video, what, girlfriend? When we started making this video, we were thinking that, you know, the purpose of the video would be kind of showing you guys what it was like to spend our first night here. And we didn't spend our first night here. So it turned into a little bit of something else. And I don't know, I just said to Kevin, I feel like this video doesn't really have a purpose, but I really don't think that I mind. I think that sometimes it's nice to just document life as it is, and not everything ends up the way that you think that it should or think that it will. And at the end of the day, we got to spend some really great time here on the land. And so, you know, if there's anything that I could say, like, what's the purpose of creating this content? And I would say, hopefully the purpose is to encourage you guys to slow down and give yourself an opportunity to change your plans and just enjoy the time that you have together. We are so blessed to have this land. And you know, even though we wish we'd lived here now, and we wish that we could start building, and we wish that, you know, we had all of the animals that we know we want to get, and we wish that all of the infrastructure was here, you know, what Kevin and I were talking about is that sometimes you just need to slow down and appreciate the place that you're in. And, you know, as we were sitting there making coffee and eating breakfast over an open fire, I said to Kevin, you know, we'll never do this when we live here. This isn't something that we're gonna probably wake up in the morning and put on big ugly sweaters and our warmest boots and go sit in the cold and cook breakfast over a fire when we have a perfectly functional kitchen. Those are things we probably just won't do anymore. And so I think it's really important to take time and just appreciate the season that you're in and appreciate the opportunities that you have now that you maybe will miss later. And I need that reminder. I often am guilty of dreaming the bigger vision and, you know, wishing away where I am right now in favor of where I want to be. And, you know, it's good to have big vision and it's good to have big dreams. And I think, you know, for me and my personal life and my professional life, that serves me well. It causes me to be aggressive and to go after the things that I want and the things that I desire. But at the same time, I need these reminders to slow down and enjoy the season that you're in, because there's so much beauty in where you are today, regardless of where you're gonna be or where you wanna be, whether you are living in a subdivision and you have a little backyard and you have one raised garden bed. Enjoy that. Take the time to really appreciate that you have an opportunity right now to, you know, maybe spend your time doing something else that you're interested in. Whereas if you had acres of gardens, that's a big responsibility and a big commitment. So what can you do now that you won't do then? Can you try new things that maybe you won't want to risk when you have, you know, higher stakes, or you're trying to sell food, or, you know, really take some time and think about where are you today and what do you overlook that maybe you should take time to appreciate. And that's what I'm doing this morning. I'm just walking the land, and, you know, the family is playing up by the garage and Kevin's putting some things away. And I was just thinking, this is such a cool opportunity that we have, that I don't know, in a year when we stand here and I am standing on my front porch instead of, you know, between some stakes in the yard, I'll be so different, and this time will be so different, and the way that I spend my time will be different. My kids will be different. My priorities will be different. So I want to appreciate this right now, where we are, and I want you to do that too, because I think that's how you find joy. It's not in the things that you want to acquire or accomplish or build. Like, those things are awesome, and we have this dream of being food sustainable. And I think that that's awesome. And I'm so excited to get there. And I'm really excited for the journey there. But I also want to take time to appreciate where I am today and enjoy and find joy in this stage of the journey. Because the grass isn't greener on the other side. It's just as lush. You just have to stay still and enjoy it. Thanks for joining us today, friends.